What if the one monster Sam and Dean can't kill is 3 feet tall, rhymes as it kills, and laughs while it eats? Tonight isn't about firepower. It's about whether clovers can end what iron never could. The monster comes straight from Leprechaun, 1993. But what happens when it crosses into the supernatural universe? In a small town, out in the middle of nowhere, people guard their secrets like treasure. But one family didn't find a secret. They found gold, real gold, enough to wipe their debts and change their lives overnight. Overnight, they go from ramen to mortgage, debts wiped, new house smell still in the paint, and then slaughter. Whole family gone, except Dad. Dad's alive, but barely. Think, soul ripped out, body left on autopilot. He's sleeping under awnings now, clutching a kid's backpack like it's the last warm thing on earth. Sam sees the headline because, of course, Sam sees the headline. Dean makes a joke about Powerball with extra steps, but even Dean's eyebrows do that up-down thing. Sudden fortune, sudden massacre, not a normal monster of the week move. So they roll out. They find Dad on the sidewalk. He's shaking, not from cold. Some people shake because their body doesn't know where to put the grief. He says he saw a little monster, not metaphor little. Little. Dean is 2 seconds from a Leprechaun joke when the guy pulls a crayon from his son's bag, bright, waxy, heartbreaking, and sketches it. Big teeth, mean eyes. Something about the way the lines jitter says, "This thing laughed." Sam does that micro nod like his brain just opened a new folder. Folklore/Irish/violent. Men of letters, bunker, time. You know Sam's in his happy place when the books are older than the state they're in. Leprechauns. People think shoe fixing and cereal mascots. That's not this. This is gold-bound, curse-heavy, illusion-slinging fae. Iron bothers him. 4-leaf clover is worse. Lore says he's anchored to his stash like a dragon with impulse control problems. Back to the map. Where did the family find the gold? Down by a creek, of course. Bad things love water, because water remembers. The boys hike out. Fog low like the ground's exhaling secrets. Dean spots it first. A coin jammed so deep in a rock seam, you'd need stubborn or sin to find it. He pries it out. The air goes tight. You know that feeling when a TV goes from mute to buzz? That. He arrives like a punchline with sharp edges. Height, not much. Presence, way too much. Hat crooked, grin full of hunger. And the rhymes, because of course he rhymes. The cadence is mocking, jaunty, wrong. Dean fires iron. The thing flickers sideways like reality hiccuped. Sam slashes. Steel meets air. The monster taps the coin with a filthy nail and laughs like a drain gurgling. Rule 1, if you can't win in 10 seconds, you're not winning. They run. Sometimes bravery is just cardio with better branding. Back at the bunker, Sam's got clover lore stacked like dominoes, not wishful thinking clover. Actual 4 leaves, not the zoo gift shop kind. It's not just ouch, it's nope. Disrupts the magic like a magnet against an old TV. Dean starts crafting, because this is what he does when the world doesn't play fair. He rigs a bow, fletches arrows with clover wraps, ties them down like he's sewing. Shut a mouth that won't stop smiling. Round 2. Same creek, different weather. Night air tastes like pennies. The leprechaun's already there, because greed has great Wi-Fi. He taunts them, sing-song, stepping in and out of shadows, like he owns the on-off switch for light. Dean draws, breath holds, release. Arrow screams past. Miss, not because Dean missed, because the thing juked time. Second shot, almost takes its ear, just nicking enough to draw smoke, not blood. Now it's mad. Mad looks good on something that's small. It compensates. He's on Sam in a blink. Teeth at the wrist. You ever see a man try to keep his scream caged in his throat because his brother needs his hands free? That. The leprechaun's breath smells like cellar mold and coins. Dean lunges with another arrow, point blank, but the creature slaps it away and laughs in Dean's face. Illusions cascade. 3 of them now. Circling. All mean. all hungry. This is how you die, not by strength, but by confusion. Sam does the smartest dumb thing. He stops fighting like a man and fights like a librarian. He rips open a pouch and flings clovers, not as a weapon, as a test. The illusions flicker. Only one casts a shadow. That's the body. He pivots, shoves the pouch under its chin. The leprechaun backhands his hand so hard you hear knuckle, bone, pride. The pouch spills, clovers everywhere. The kind of mess your mom would vacuum angry. The creature pins Sam, jaws widening to bite. It hums as it kills. Some monsters hum. Dean doesn't aim this time. He grabs a fistful of clovers, grabs a fistful of face, and does the least poetic thing you'll see all night. He crams summer into a mouth built for winter. The sound it makes isn't a scream. Screams go up. This goes down, like a drain unclogging. Green fire whooshes from nostrils, ears, the seam of its eyes. The body shrivels the way paper does when you hold it too close to a candle. Curl, blacken, sigh. Then it's ash, and then it's air, and then it's nothing, except the smell. Old coins after rain. You think that's the end because endings like to cosplay as silence. But Sam's already looking at the coin. It didn't melt. Of course it didn't. Anchor pieces don't go without effort. He wraps it in clover, tucks it in a warded box, layers iron chain over the latch like anxiety therapy, and says they'll dispose of it properly. Dean says properly sounds like you, a shovel, and me lying about why we're digging at 3 a.m. They find the father. Park bench. New bruise, old grief. Sam kneels because Sam always kneels. Brings the world to eye level so people can breathe. He explains enough truth to make it feel like closure without giving the universe more teeth. It's over. That's what they say when a thing is done biting, not when it's gone. The man's shoulders collapse in that symmetrical way grief does when it finally exhales. He doesn't thank them like heroes. He thanks them like plumbers who fixed a pipe that was drowning his life. Dean leaves cash folded in the backpack pocket because sometimes mercy looks like rent. They watch him go. People think hunting is about the kill. It's about this walk away. It's about not asking what the man does tomorrow because that's his story, not yours. Impala, night road, the kind of highway that feels like it was rolled out just for your tires. Dean flexes the hand that shoved clovers past demon dentistry and makes a face that says, never doing that again, in 3 syllables. He cracks a joke because that's free medicine. Next time we hunt something taller than my boot. Sam snorts, then winces, teeth marks bruise. Even when you won, they ride in comfortable silence while the radio whispers static that might be music if you were kinder. And here's the thing they won't say out loud. Things bound to gold don't die, they recess. You don't end greed, you interrupt it. Somewhere, a nail taps on the chest someone shouldn't have opened. Somewhere, a laugh starts low, like a kettle you forgot on the stove. But tonight, the road is theirs. The coin is boxed and bound and going where bad things go to be unremembered. The man will sleep inside, maybe for the first time in a while. The boys will keep driving because that's what they do when the sky can't decide if it's done being dark. Not every monster is big. Not every victory feels loud. Sometimes you win by stuffing summer into a throat that only knows winter and telling a broken father he can stand up now. And if you listen, really listen, past the engine hum, past Dean's muttered, "Lucky Charms, my ass," past Sam's page-turned brain already looking up new clover wards, you'll hear it. The almost laugh the night keeps for itself. Not a threat, a reminder. The gold always calls. The Winchesters always answer. Another hunt in the books. But the gold, it always calls. If you're hungry for more monsters, more lore, and more bad ideas with worse payoffs, hit that subscribe, drop a like, and stay tuned, because the road never ends, and neither do the nightmares.